Hi, in my city, that is Eskişehir in Turkey, there are these new e-bikes. They've been around for a year, and since they started popping up everywhere, they've been making alarm sounds all around the city. Me and all my friends I know in my city, we are all struggling with this, and no one is doing anything about it, and it just stopped after 6 months, just like that. I don't know what happened, but 6 months of these noises. Think about hearing this every 15 minutes. All day, including nights, when you're trying to sleep. No one did anything about it, no one knows what was causing it, and this is apparently an exclusive story because my city is not big enough, I guess. I never seen any news about this. This e-bike company, Tripi, is very small, they only service 3 cities in Turkey. Okay, let's start from the beginning. It was around the summer 2024. My girlfriend called me and said, there's this bike in the street, someone probably left it on an uneven road, and it is making sound. When you get here, can you please correct its position so it stops making noises? And I said, yeah, of course. So when I saw the bike, it was in a straight position. I was confused. Then I heard that noise. I'm like, that's interesting. Like, is it low on battery or something? What can I do about it? I'm just a guy walking down the street. Anyway, I just said it is probably going to stop by itself at some point. So it didn't stop. It made that noise every 15 minutes. Until night. And it was just too much for me to bear with it at that point. I said, I cannot live with this. I cannot sleep when it's making all these noises. So I opened my phone, I found their number in their website, called the company, and there's just this automatic message. Wait, why am I doing this? I have a phone here. Okay, I am on the phone. It listed like 10 cities and then my city is not in them. And then I found out they only serve to 3 cities. So why are you telling me? You don't even serve to these cities. And it says if your city is not listed, then press 0. Okay, I am pressing 0 now. And here's how the conversation went. Hi, I'm in Eskişehir and your bike is making noises. And she's like, okay, it isn't supposed to do that. Yeah, I know, it seems like it shouldn't do that. Okay, let me check it for a second. And I'm waiting, like if she's checking something, I don't know. Sir, please can I have your name? Very unnecessary ask, but okay, here is my name, Umut Çakmak. Okay, can I have your address? Then I give my address. Okay, that's how they are going to find the bike, I guess, but like there is codes on the bikes too. They can just ask for the bike's code. So I give down to the street name and then she asks, sir, can I also have your door number? What are you going to do with my door number? Well, are you going to come to my home to check if it is hearable from my window or something? Just to create a support ticket. Okay, create that support ticket. Can I also have your number? We are literally on the phone right now. I'm calling you with my number. Sir, I cannot see your number. Okay, I give them my number then. Can I also have your email address? Okay, like, are you stalling me right now? Like, this is really unnecessary to ask for me. There is just this bike in the road that is making alarm sounds. I want it to stop. What is causing it? Okay, sir, I am checking it. And there's this minute passes and I am out of my patience at this point. So I just started like checking boxes myself. I ask, is it low on battery? No, it's not low on battery. Okay, is it on uneven ground? She's like, okay, I cannot see that. Can you see that? I can see that it is not. She's like, okay. And I'm like, okay, what is causing it? What is causing this? Well, I don't know. You don't know what is causing your product to make these sounds? No, we don't know that, sir, unfortunately. Well, yes, that is very unfortunate. What should I do about it? Then she says, well, okay, we made a support ticket about it and they are going to pick the bike up. Okay, thank you then. Pick up the bike then. Good night. After that, until the morning, no one comes to pick up the bike. And it kept making those sounds until the morning. Then probably someone else just used the bike because like it's a shared e-bike. You just rent it on the app and then you just cycle away to somewhere else. So when we came back at night, it was not there. There were other bikes, but they were not making sound. So I thought maybe yes, this was a unique error. Maybe it was a rogue bike. It just software needed new updates. Then a couple of days pass. I hear that same sound at night again. This time another bike probably. It just keep making those noises every 15 minutes. Then I call them again. Okay, I'm in this city and in this street. I called you before with this same topic. Your bike is making sounds. Sir, can I have your name, please? Okay, here's my name, here's my address, here's my phone number, here's my email. They asked for all of that again. Can you please pick that up? Okay, sir, we are going to pick up that bicycle. And please make sure it doesn't happen again. Pass this through your software engineering team or something. I want this to be resolved. This is just not making any sense. They're like, okay, sir, I'm going to create a very big ticket about this. Okay, thank you. Then they picked up the bike around 3 a.m. But it was like 3 hours late from our conversation. 3 hours of not sleeping because of that alarm sound. Because you're trying to asleep and it just wakes you up. It's a very loud sound. Then during the next week, I start hearing these sounds all around the city. I'm just walking to the store, I'm going to the mall, in my university, in my girlfriend's university, there's just all these bikes randomly start making noises, but not all of them, like maybe a fifth of them, like 20% of them are making these sounds randomly, and they don't stop. When they start, they don't stop. And then of course another one just spawns in our street because someone else is using it, I guess, to cycle to their house. So when I recognized that sound, I immediately picked up the phone this time. I said, well, are you going to pick this up, or am I just going to have to just drag this bicycle to the next street myself? And they're like, sir, can I have your name and your address? Well, I'm just going to swear to you right now, but YouTube's policies is not going to allow that. So yeah, I made my support ticket again, and then I just dragged the bicycle to the next street, and it was a big struggle. It was like a fight. I was like fighting this bicycle. It was trying so hard to stay at its position. It was like braking, it was reversing, like we are just fighting with the bike. Like it's like, I am not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to reverse to the other way. What is happening? Why is this so hard? And I can't even like pick that up. It's like 50 kilograms or something. Like I'm not that strong. I never go to the gym. Should I go to the gym just to fight these bicycles? Another day passes and another bike is making sounds. This time I called them and said, since you're not stopping this, I'm going to make complaints to the city, to the government, to all of the related ministries and departments. Are you going to make it stop? Do you even know what is happening? It's been a month. Are you just incompetent about this? And they're like, sorry sir, we are so sorry, we don't know what is happening. How do you not know what is happening? Am I supposed to know that? Like, this is your company, this is your products. How can you not know what is happening to your bikes? And they once again ask for my address, and I just hang up the phone this time. I don't have time for this. I have a bike to fight in the street, and this time it's two of them. I have to fight two bikes to have a good night's sleep. Immediately after fighting the bike, I make an official complaint to the city, and in the meantime, this bike company calls me back and they say, hi, we are so sorry for the situation. Here's the coupon code. Here's $2. Enjoy your ride. What? Are you kidding me? I don't want to ride your bike. And these bikes are expensive, by the way. It's like 20 cents per minute. But we live in Turkey, the economy is a mess, so you have to think about it like triple the price. Think about riding a bike with 60 cents per minute. So this coupon code, this just covers like 10 minutes of bike ride. Do you think 10 minutes of bike ride is going to be the same value as a good night's sleep? I would prefer 10 minutes of sleep, and city is not that bike friendly anyway. It has a mess of traffic and messy roads. Yes, you can bicycle somewhere, but it is not going to be that pleasant. Anyway, in the meantime, I was waiting for city's response, and they responded and they said they contacted the company, okay? And the company told to the city that generally the stolen bikes make alarm sounds. So city told me that if I see these bikes, I should call the company. Well, thank you for that helpful advice. What was I thinking? I was just calling the company. Wait, did I stole this bike now? Anyway, they also told me that I can call anytime the city law enforcement so that the city can come and check out the bike themselves. Anyway, it just took 2 days for another opportunity to come up. Another bike was making sounds and I called the city law enforcement. They were confused about why was I calling them about a bike, but they say, okay, we are going to check it out. And they didn't come. Like, I waited for anyone to just come and get this noisy bike out of my street. Nobody came. I was really infuriated at this point. I was thinking, like, should I just steal this bike anyway and just dump it in the middle of a desert or something? I didn't do such a thing, by the way. I'm just joking about this. But I could. You were really testing my patience at this point. So I wrote a heartful letter to the government with also attaching the city and environment ministry. Started waiting again. In the meantime, everybody is just infuriated about these bikes. Like, every single friend that I meet with was just complaining about these bikes making sounds. Like, they were also in the school zones. Think about trying to learn math and this bike is just alarming every 15 minutes. Like, most of the time they are parked together. Like, there's this 30 bikes and all of them are making sounds like an orchestra. So with my last letter to the ministry, a response came. With that response, I was seeing all of the stops that letter made. It was like going from government to this ministry and to this ministry and to another ministry, and they passed it along to my city again. My city passed it along to local law enforcement, and they responded to me saying that if I have any further issues, I should call them. What do you mean if I have further issues? I have current issues that are unsolved right now. I gave up at this point. What can I do about it? I said, like, okay, this is my life right now. Maybe I can move to another city where these bikes are absent. Then like 2 months passed and it just stopped on its own. Like, I'm sure it's not on its zone. Like I made a lot of complaints. At some point some engineer probably fixed something. I don't know what they fixed. I actually asked them again because I was like very curious about what the situation was. Like what was the problem? What was the bug there? They haven't responded to any of my further emails, so they are really ghosting me. I can't even get a hold of any other support person from them. And I didn't even found lots of complaints about this. There's just small number of people here and there talking about this, but like Eskişehir is a small city. Like it's not that small. It's a million people living here, but it's smaller than other cities in Turkey. Like it's definitely not in the top 10. And this bike company is like a startup. Well, they are making some money out of it. They recently had a new investment of $2 million. Okay, maybe just spend a little bit of those dollars on your customers' complaints next time. And I don't have the app right now. They have an app that is synchronized with these bikes. I remember that you were able to see the bike's battery percentage on the app, so I'm not sure if it still exists, but at the time I checked it and it was not a battery issue. Like it wasn't alarming because of the batteries, and it wasn't on uneven ground. I checked it multiple times. I repositioned them. It just doesn't stop. So my next guess is there's also where's the nearest bike feature on the app, but that just makes another sound like ding 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 sound. It is not the alarm sound. So the issue was probably some bug in the software. It was triggered by something like being left on an uneven road even for a second, that triggers the sound, and then it just doesn't stop. It just fails to stop that sound. I don't know. It was probably something like that. Unfortunately, my journalism ends here because I'm not a journalist. I just live in this city as a citizen, and I was just frustrated about this. Wanted to talk about it. If you liked it, please subscribe, and thank you for listening.